Okay, ladies and gentlemen, listen up. We're getting serious now. It's semi-final time. And I've got to be honest, as an audience, you've not been very good so far, so we want a bit more energy, a bit more cheers, a bit more clapping. I know it's been a long week, but I really want you to show your appreciation for these players. So without further ado, let's get our semi-finalists on court. Would you please raise the roof from Finland, for Emilia Soini! And her opponent from France, she's the number 2 seed, Enora Villard. And as always, they've done an amazing job this week. Your referee in the box seat for this one is Poland's own homegrown. Let's hear it for Bartek. Come on, let's hear it for him. Nothing. There we go. Miserable lot. Enjoy the game.
Half time. Time.
So welcome back, squash fans. It's getting serious now. Semi-finals, and I'm pretty excited because I'm finally joined by my good friend Adrian Fulnchek.
It's great to be here, Mark, and as you said, things are heating up. It's the semis. I'm sorry for leaving you here, alone for those past 2 days, but I think you did an amazing job, and I'll just try to keep up.
That's very, very kind of you, my friend.
Play will start in 30 seconds.
So our referee, Artak Oshilniak, gets play underway in 30 seconds time, and of course parity has been
15
restored
seconds.
with the seeds coming through in the end.
ESF European Individual Squash Championships 2023 Women's Semi-Final match.
I see that
Enora Villard of France to
Enora
serve,
forgot
and
her
Emilia
towel.
Soini of
I
Finland to receive.
saw that you had a bit of a towel gate yesterday. Referees giving out contact
Best of
warnings
5
for
games.
using the towel.
Yeah, I don't think we got as far as a
Love
conduct
all.
warning. Oh,
Y-
actually,
you
maybe
did,
we
you did, you did.
Maybe we did. Yeah. No, I asked. I don't know if you maybe you're more familiar with the rule, but my understanding is it's sort of at the referee's discretion, as opposed to a written rule that it shouldn't be excessively used. Sort of every 10 rallies is the max. What's your understanding?
I just think you need to ask. You just need to ask nicely, and then you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Anyway, exciting for this matchup, which I think
Hand
can
out,
be a
one last.
close one. I mean, I know the whole week we've been saying that the rankings, are just the rankings, but these girls are actually pretty close in the rankings. Emilia Soini currently 54th. She was
Two love.
her highest world ranking was 41, and Enora Villard is currently 46th.
Yeah.
So
Pretty close, isn't it?
pretty close. Also, not much of an age difference. Villard is 29, Soini 27.
Three love.
So you've got more stats than me, Adrian. I didn't look up their ages because I thought it's rude to ask a woman her age. So they all look young to me, though.
Yeah, but this isn't, the junior European. This is the senior, so
It is the seniors, yeah. But,
have to be sure.
Obviously, there are some juniors that are in the competition.
No lead. Winning point.
We've talked about the referees, and
The ball was in the nick.
the ball was in the nick. I think
was
it
in the
bounced
In the nick.
from the nick, back from the nick.
I'll have a little look on the replay as it comes up and see.
Continue, please.
I always think it's interesting when players start to argue with the referee. I don't think I've ever seen a referee change their decision.
Yeah,
Wasn't in the nick, was it?
that was pretty high. Yeah.
So I'm not sure that Bartek will agree with himself when he watches that one back. But anyway, play continues. It's early on in the match. It's not going to have much of an effect on it.
Yeah, but I like the start from Soini. Obviously in the lead, but just her demeanor and how she approaches this match after a very tough quarterfinal, which she
Yeah.
barely scraped through, I think.
She was really not. Well, I think she was delighted to win because
Yes,
it was what we call winning ugly. A win is a win,
Full
but she
up.
wasn't happy with her performance. I think she was surprised to get through, so she'll be delighted to be here in this semi-final and the opportunity to get to a
Down.
final. Pretty exciting.
5 love.
Yeah, and a great start, 5 love.
It's an amazing start. It's what you wish for in any match, isn't it? To come out of the gate that fast.
Yeah, but to be honest, I caught a glimpse of her warm-up and it was really intensive. So that's one way to start a match.
Out.
Yeah, easy error
Love.
from Villard.
Yeah.
What I took from the quarterfinal that Soini played yesterday, she's a very a positive player, a player who likes to put the ball into the front of the court. Maybe sometimes too often,
Down.
like
Hand out.
you could see just now.
Well, that will settle her down, getting her first point on the board. Well, that's out.
Out.
Yeah.
2-6.
No. Yep.
Soini disagrees, but it was clear of the line above it. So a couple of quick points for Villard, which is still away behind.
Yeah, but I think Villard is the one that has to go to the back corners a bit further with every shot that Soini puts there.
Out.
Yeah, but that's
3-6.
a bit more consistency from the French player.
Yeah. But for me, Villard hasn't really won a point yet. They've been the errors of her opponent, so might take.
Stroke to Soini. 7-3.
Oh, hands on the
Didn't
hips.
clear.
If looks could kill.
Yeah, probably not the best time to get angry at the ref, even if she...
7-3.
I think she has a case here, but
Well, yeah. Well,
she was on the comeback.
As that rally continues, I'm going to watch that back. I'll let you guys at home decide on that one.
8-3.
And in the meantime, Soini with another drop shot. Getting that lead back to 5 points now. And again,
9-3.
to be honest, a very bad balls from Villard.
It was, and she sort of. In fact, that ball, in her opinion, was so bad she gave up on the rally completely. And she wasn't even watching that one, I think.
10-3 game ball.
Yeah.
Villard has given up on this first game. Wants to start this match again.
Yeah, she doesn't look in it mentally, I think. Maybe she was, but you know, maybe the couple bad decisions. I don't know, whatever
11-3 game
happened.
to Soini. Soini
It's
leads
a
1
great
game to
first game to Emilia Soini, who takes the lead in the semi-final.
Play resume in 60 seconds. Play resume in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Time. Soini leads 1 game to last.
And we are back on the grass court, where Emilia Soini played a brilliant first game, or did Enora Villard played an utterly, I won't say useless, but a very bad first game.
Yeah, it was lacks a bit of focus and yeah, just didn't take part. I think it was a combination of a great start from her opponent.
One love.
It didn't look like she had any game plan, but she's got a lot of good people in her corner. The French team out in force. You've got obviously former players like Enora Villard.
Two love. No let.
And as I've been saying all week, the history and the legacy of France in this competition is unrivaled, really.
Exactly, I think some of the advice that he might have gave Villard was not to argue with the refs, which he did now, even though it was a no-let, but I think it really was a no-let.
Down. Hand out. 1-2.
Well, Soini was happy with that one, but you know, that's the problem with a player that likes to attack a lot. Can you find that balance between errors and winners?
Yes, let.
There's a bit of a clash there. And Villard's off to change the racket, I think. I don't know whether she broke the racket on her opponent.
I don't know. Soini is looking at her shoulder. I think that was a painful collision.
Yeah, Villard doesn't look like she's too bothered about it, though.
You know, not at one game down in the European semis.
Yeah, I don't know what the French is for, yeah, whatever, but it looked like that kind of reply. Anyway.
Continue, please.
The new string seems to be working
1-2.
fine. But still.
Off we go.
Not sure if that was planned, but well, it worked. And just as she played that, I wanted to say that we haven't really seen Villard go to the front, you know, almost at all. Keeping her game rather long. Now she's changing that.
Hand out. 3-2.
Well, she heard you, went forward and didn't dispatch the drop.
Yeah, but that's what's happened. This is what happens when you wait, you know, to start attacking the front till the second game. You're gonna make those errors, and the pressure is mounting because Soini is hitting the nicks. Although I think that might have been up.
Yeah. Well, for me, having watched both players, the Finnish girl has got just a bit more variety in her shot selection. Likes to loft the ball high, but equally she can play the hard drives when she wants to. It's a nice combination, but
hand out. 3-5.
Yeah, but that's on the other hand, this is, you know, what we don't want to see from her. But this is a big improvement from the way she performed yesterday in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
So I think either way she will probably be happy with this performance if she keeps it up.
Yeah, and I think it's obviously we're in the off season still essentially, and for a lot of these players this is the first competitive matches they've had since the summer break.
Yeah, and this rally will be a great test of fitness for both of them. I think she got it easily.
Not up. Yes. The pickup area was good. Now double.
Okay.
4-5.
I thought the pickup was fine.
Yeah, same, but we have to.
Watch it back. So
Either way, I have a really long rally.
well, difficult to tell on our replay there, so we'll give Bartek the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but you can see Villard has a bit of more pep in her step.
Yeah, seeing the fist pumps coming in.
Six, 5.
See that Soini also has some encouragements from the first row from the Polish number 1, Karina Tyma. She's not her coach, so I guess she can give some hand gesture signals,
7, 5.
some advice.
I'm not sure what the rules are on giving advice during the game.
I mean, if you're just a spectator, you can, I guess you can do whatever you want, and
8, 5.
this is what Villard is doing on the court right now. She's doing whatever she wants. This match just completely turned around. Very quick too.
Yeah.
Yes, let. The shot was affected, not prevented.
It is a confusion to me that squash players don't understand the difference between affected and prevented. It's not a new rule. If it affects
but
the
shot
shot,
was affected,
yes,
not
let. If it
prevented.
prevents the
That's
shot,
why-
stroke. Let's look at it back on
Continue,
our
please.
replay.
Yes, let.
Affected.
Yeah, on the
8-5.
replay,
Forward, yeah.
have to agree with you and Bartek here.
Left side, sorry. Left side.
I see John
8-5.
Mazzarella is taking some notes of the referee's performance,
I
so
think
maybe.
he's just doing a drawing. I don't think he's. We'll have to go and check later. Of course, John Mazzarella, legend of refereeing.
Yeah, great to have him here.
Soini.
Now a
And
simple
out.
decision.
6, 8.
Soini finally strikes back.
That's a lovely
Ooh.
shot, slotted away into the
And
net.
out. 9, 6.
Looks a different player in this second game, doesn't she, Villard?
Yeah, I think that long rally changed a lot.
Out.
Well,
Commentators
And out.
cursed.
7, 9.
I mean, she was until.
Till I open my mouth, I know. It's amazing how often that happens.
I just think she started doing more to cancel out Soini's strengths, so
Down.
not giving her easy drop shots,
And out. 10, 7. Game ball.
being better on the volley because Soini likes to, get the ball high and slow. While Villard is more of a power player.
Yeah. And Villard cutting off that
Exactly.
lifting
11,
lob.
7. Game to Villard. 1 game all.
And we have a match on our hands. It's 1-1 in the semi-final. We'll be back in just a moment.
Play resume in 60 seconds. Play resume in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Time. One game all. Villard to serve. Lafaux. Start the game, please.
So players back on court.
Yeah, it actually seems Karina Tyma shouldn't be giving any signals to Emilia Soini because she's also giving her advice between games. So essentially, she's her coach for this match.
Okay, well.
I think, at least between this game, we'll see how the Polish champion's advice will work out.
Yeah, 6 times national champion.
Yep, amazing.
Which, she's very keen to remind me every time I see her, literally.
Didn't you try to play her when she was like 12 and nah, let's not go back there.
True fact, she's never beaten me, which annoys her quite a lot. I think if we were to go on court in my current state with a broken shoulder, she would very much teach me a lesson, so we're not going to let that happen.
Yeah, we're coming back to players whose shoulders are still working fine.
To love.
Yeah, Villard started off as she finished in that last set.
Yep, strongly.
Powerful hitting, but the touch not
Hand
quite
out.
there.
1-2.
Did we do predictions for this match?
No, we didn't. We probably should do predictions because
Yeah.
you're quite good at those.
You know, you win some, you lose some. It's you get some right, you get some wrong. But
Yeah.
I'll go first,
2-0.
and I'll say 3-1 France.
Continue.
I'm going to go 3-2 Finland on this one then, just to be controversial and
Right.
interesting.
I mean, I am hoping for 5 games, whichever way it goes.
3-2.
I mean, looking down our semi-final matches, it's on first glance predictions should be relatively straightforward, but I get a feeling we're going to get at least one upset today.
Well, this could be it because Villard is the number 2 seed,
Absolutely,
Soini
yeah.
3-4.
4-2.
Yeah,
If you're right with your prediction.
if I'm right. Well, a long way to go, but oh, that's a great shot.
Hand out.
Not quite sure why she's apologising for it though. Maybe she meant something else. Who knows? It looked good to me. Big fan of the one-shot winner.
Are you okay, Mr. Soini?
I think we might need a second for Soini to get back in order.
Was it a clash on the head?
I think the racket.
The racket.
Racket on the head.
That's two. I wonder if Villard's got enough rackets to go through after she's finished off her opponent. Oh yeah, the racket flicked over onto the top of
4-all.
Emilia's head.
Stroke. The ball was going on you after the shot. She wants to play, you are standing in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could get lost in all the confusion of hitting the other player, but I think it was a clear
It really
stroke.
was, yeah, yeah.
Continue, please. Stroke. 4-all.
But just a reminder, in the first game, Villard also argued pretty much with the referees, and she lost that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now she's back, concentrated. Yeah, and she's ready to go.
I know you're doing coaching now with squash, and I'm going to ask you something you might not know about because it's more of a physio thing. You can see that Villard on her right leg has got this tape, and I'm not entirely sure how this tape works, but something I can tell you is that Victor Crouan
Has
a cross on his chest of this tape.
Down.
How does that work? Any idea?
actually, we had a discussion about it with some of the coaches here at Hasta, Vista, and they were as surprised as you were. So
Okay.
must be some new French invention. I don't know.
I don't really want to ask him until the tournament is over because maybe it is, masking some kind of an injury, but I am intrigued because I've seen it on legs and arms, but I've never seen it on someone's torso before, so anyway.
Hand out 5-all.
It's 1-all, it's 5-all, there's literally nothing in it.
Yeah, nothing to separate them until a bit lucky there. See, I don't like that from Soini. Even though she won the point, I think that was a rash decision with the drop shot from the back,
Yeah.
especially with the quality of the drop shot or lack thereof.
Yeah. But another unforced error from Villard.
No let.
Yeah, I think
Hand out 6-all.
too little
The ball
effort.
was on front, you are too late.
But Villard still shaky when it comes to playing drop shots, and well, she will have to do that
Yeah.
to
I
be.
mean, ordinarily, I'm quite a big fan of the no-let. I like to see players go through and play the ball. I think too many
Stroke to Soini.
cheap strokes are given in situations. So,
Hand out 7-6.
we've seen a few of those from the referees, and I just think it encourages players to play the ball.
Yeah, Soini now looking for opportunities everywhere basically to attack. Now she'll get a real one. Decides to go to the back again.
Oh, that's a great shot. Absolutely beautifully dispatched.
I think she hit the tin, my friend.
For me, the ball was good.
No, Bartek thinks it was good. I
Play
thought
let.
it was good.
7-6.
They're going to play a
right
let.
side.
I'm going to watch the replay. I thought
Play
that was
let.
good. I thought that was a great shot.
I heard
I think the
heard
ball was
the
good, but
tin.
I'm not quite.
Did you?
But I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Then play let, please.
No, it was a great shot.
Play let, please.
It was a great shot on the replay. Maybe it did catch the top of the wood, but it looked good. Anyway, they're playing a let.
Soini from right side.
We don't have an
7-6.
official video review, so
Yeah, I mean if the
We're just-
referee is unsure, then probably that's the way to go. But Soini was also adamant that the ball was down, and she was the closest to it.
yeah. Both players sort of discussing.
7-6.
A vital moment in this game.
There's some good points coming up now, I think. And that's
Stroke
loose.
to Soini.
Yeah.
8-6.
Yeah,
Mini lead.
yeah. I mean 2 points at this stage. That's more than a mini lead.
That's a big error. That's not even close.
Yeah, but I think what's worrying from the French perspective is that Soini, again, I think, found the rhythm she had in the first game, and she's just playing those combinations that, you know, keep working time and time again.
Yeah.
And Villard doesn't really have an answer.
Well, she certainly doesn't
That was
look
great.
comfortable. I mean, they're...
Great retrieving from both of them. Oh, she has to finish it. No.
Oh, well. Emilia's soaking up the pressure from Villard here.
No, she's gonna feel it after this rally.
She's done
Either
well to stay
way.
in this, and she's in on the ball.
Stroke to Soini.
Oh, and she gets the stroke. Villard is
9-7.
absolutely furious.
Yes, you can use the card. You didn't clear, the ball was going on you.
Wow.
Quite far from the wall. 9-7.
I'm not entirely sure the
And up.
line Emilia was coming in on was the right one.
Yeah, same.
She was certainly there to play it. There's no doubt about that. She was coming in fast. Yeah, she's played this. Yeah, I mean, she's, well...
I'd go with a let, I think, because it looked like she was so tired. She was just looking to get, you know, something there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a difficult one because the ball was fading away to the side wall. But anyway.
Well, big call. You said you liked no lets.
Yeah.
And strokes.
The crowds are gathering now. They know that the big matches are on. And that adds to the tension.
Oh, and a chance.
She's not done much with that. It was
Yeah.
a loose ball.
Again. Oh, that was a bad decision.
No let.
Fist pump
And
from
out.
Villard.
8-9.
Feels vindicated after being denied.
Yeah, but this is a better drop shot. Either like in the previous rally when we had the stroke, there was also the ball was pretty high, even though it was Soini doing all the work, you know, running around the court.
No, I agree. I just feel like she's not playing the drop quick enough, and therefore it's becoming a liability rather than a...
Yeah. Again, very high from Soini.
Just catches the top of the tin.
9-0. The ball was down.
Yeah, I think there's no.
Good.
No, I
Yeah,
think
it
there's
was-
no
it was-
discussion.
It was very nearly brilliant, but it did just catch the top of the tin. Well, can't separate these two at the moment.
1-0, 9-0.
Big points.
He has to be careful with the serve because Soini does attack it quite well.
Target at the back there.
Hand out.
Fantastic.
10-9. Game
You called
ball.
it, my friend. You called it. Now.
Yeah, but my prediction for the whole match is now in danger.
Well, long way to go. It's a good serve here. And that is a good serve. Puts pressure on our opponent on the first ball. She's
And
only got
again,
one.
that
Oh, that's
lob,
loose.
this
There's the
has to be it.
opportunity.
11-9.
Yep.
Game
And
to Soini. No let.
No let is
Game
given.
to Soini. Soini leads 2 games to 1.
And, well, we're edging towards an upset. Maybe. We'll see, we'll see.
It'd be absolutely outrageous if I managed to actually get a prediction right so early on in the evening, my friend. But
We'll see, we'll see. So Emilia Soini takes the lead in the semi-final against Enora Villard.
Play resume in 60 seconds. Play resume in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. Time. Soini leads 2 games to 1, so you need to serve.
So we can have an upset here. We're about to find out.
La Fall.
Yeah, great third game between Soini and Villard. Pretty impressed actually with how Soini, well, imposed her style again. And Villard, well, we'll see if now she can find an answer. I think, yeah, that's a good idea to move her opponent around a bit more.
No
That's
let. 1 love.
that's shocking.
I'm just trying to think of the
lot of
line
place.
of thinking.
You are waiting for her. You have plenty room of place. 1 love.
Plenty of room to play, I think. Yes, but at the last moment, I think Emilia herself stepped into the swing. It's not even about
Continue.
waiting.
For me, it's a straightforward yes. That she wasn't aware of where Emilia was, and therefore that's why the
Continue,
rule's
please.
there for safety. That's the only reason the let rule exists, is to play safely. And she wasn't in the sight
Mr. Villard.
of Villard.
Conduct warning for delayed match. Continue.
So, conduct warning issued. I think Villard's just got to put that behind her,
1 love.
reset. Don't play the referee, just take the referee out of the equation. It's always the best answer, is reduce the referee to a marker.
2 love.
Yeah, the sad part is that first rally was really great from Villard.
Yeah.
She got the ball exactly in the middle of the court, and now she's lost her concentration again, and it's 2-0 Soini
Yeah.
in a game that the French player cannot afford to lose.
And that's a great shot. Just staying in there.
Ooh, nice.
And out. 1-2.
Really nice touch there from the French girl. Yeah, a little bit too much
2-0.
on that previous shot from Soini. I'm sure this crowd would like to see this go to a 5th. I think I'd quite like to see it go to a 5th as well.
Down. 3-2.
A few more unforced errors like that, and that's exactly what might happen.
Not up. 4-2. Double. Not up.
Well,
Yes.
I think Soini was suggesting he needs to get a pair of glasses. Well, I think both
4-2.
players have issues with the referee, so in that respect it's tit for tat. But they need to put all of that out of their minds and get on with the business of winning this semi-final. That's a lovely shot. That's not coming back. That's inch perfect
And
from
out.
Soini.
3-4.
Yeah, that's the perfect answer for, you know, if you get a bad decision in the previous rally, just win the next one. And again,
4-0.
not a lot of power in those cross curves, but just the right amount.
As we always say, it's a game of targets and zones, and how the ball gets there, whether it's with power
Down,
or touch.
hand out. Sorry. 5-4.
But Soini really uses the height of the front wall to great effect to lift the ball to the back of the court.
Yeah, she also does that with her serve,
Yeah.
which is causing all types of trouble to Villard. Oh, unlucky or lucky
6-4.
if you're supporting Finland in this match.
Mr. Villard, please first ask about using the towel. Okay? You.
Well, she does have a contact warning already
Yeah.
for
6-4.
delaying the match, so has to be careful.
Stroke to Villard. 5-6.
Yeah, gets a nod from her team there, saying, yeah, was a stroke.
Well, it's not worth debating anyway if you're ahead.
No, I agree.
But no.
So,
6-0.
Villard hits back. It's got a 5-setter written all over it, Adrian.
Well, my prediction is out of the window already, but I'm still sticking with Villard.
Well, it's been a good match.
Not up.
It's been some drama.
7-6.
Yeah, it's only the first match
little
today.
Bit of,
First semi-final.
a bit of moderate violence. We've had it all so far. Wow.
Whoa, but she's there. And the follow-up could be a bit better.
Gonna be
Yes, let. 7-6.
Yeah, that's one way
Right
to
side.
to get out of trouble with the players. If you're a ref.
Villard's asking for an explanation.
You are not ready to hit the ball. But you were quite close to the ball.
Well,
7-6.
it's
Right side.
an explanation, but I'm not sure it's a valid one. For me, in that situation, it can either be a stroke or a no-let.
Yep.
But anyway, I'm not refereeing, so it doesn't matter what I think. Play continues.
Ooh, that was so risky.
Chops in the drop.
Stroke to
And that is
Soini.
going to be a stroke.
Hand out. 7-0. The ball was good.
I liked what Villard was
7-0.
doing in this rally with all those shorter, harder drives, but there's no finish there. No? It's just there's no winners, and Soini is looking for them all over the place.
Yeah, certainly it looks like
Yes,
Villard
let.
only really plays the short ball as a counter to
7-0.
Soini. Doesn't really instigate that from her own play.
You can take this.
And I was saying about the serve return because I think it also hasn't been the best from Villard. You would think at the pro level it doesn't really play a part, but I think the players who have this lob serve mastered on the glass court, they do have an advantage.
Yeah.
Hopefully the next one doesn't go
To be
out.
fair to Villard, she's always seeking out that volley. She's not been tempted to let the ball go and see what happens, which is always a big no-no. Always volley often, volley early. Golden rule of squash. And that is tight on the wall.
8-7.
And Soini edges closer to a place in tomorrow's final of the European Individual Championships 2023. Ball tight on this wall, but whipped cross court by Villard. She's got something to say, and I think she'd like a place in tomorrow's final.
No, trouble.
Well, that's just not good enough as a drop, is it? Took way too long to play it, and when she did, it really wasn't good enough. That, we've seen it all the way through the match, floating the ball into that corner. Almost always onto the forehand side as well. We've not seen so many come over here and die in the corner, but...
Yeah, but she, again, I think she wrong-footed Villard, because she was kind of seeing something else.
Down.
It was there for the taking.
Well, we're at the stage now, Adrian, where it's all in the head. Keep your nerve. Don't do anything silly. Concentrate. Oh, that's a great shot.
That was great.
Villard's got it.
The pickup was good.
No, the pickup. Well, Soini's livid. She can't believe
10
it.
and 9. Game ball.
I've got to say, Soini's ball was excellent, but I think Villard got that.
Oh.
What do you think, my friend? It's difficult to see
If
from
she
where we are.
did, then that was really amazing from the French player. But she just won't be. I think she got it. I think she got it. Yeah.
She definitely got it. It's an amazing pickup from Villard.
Well, it's all in the head, like you said. Can't stop playing until the ref says
Mr.
to
Villard,
stop.
please continue.
She has a contact warning if she doesn't continue and gets a contact stroke right now.
That would be a bad time to get a contact stroke, wouldn't it? Because that would be contact match. No?
No.
No, I'm reading the score wrong.
Fennel.
10-0, no. But still, a terrible time to get one.
Yes, let 10 and 9. Game ball.
I just saw Karina in the first row.
Yeah. She's really good. She's got to reset here.
Telling her Fred just to breathe after those decisions.
Yeah. I mean, she's 2 points away from the place in the final. Now is not the time to get a beef with the referee.
Exactly. Now she's gonna get a chance.
And that's a lovely length, and she's piling the pressure on Villard. Got her pinned in these back corners, forcing Villard to take that volley.
I think that was one lob too much.
Yeah. This is a great rally. Oh wow, look at that! She gives a thumbs up to the referee. Happy with that one? Can I have a point now? Yes, you can.
2 points.
Yeah, just making sure if it was good or not. Hit the tin, but yeah, definitely didn't.
That's the way to respond, isn't it? Fantastic. Well played. Crowd loving this. Standing room only here at the Hasta Vista Club.
Again, right after the serve, Soini has those opportunities.
Out. Hand out. 11-10. Game ball.
So Villard has a game ball to take this to a decider.
Oh, that was wild. Villard doesn't take advantage. Now she's in trouble.
11-10, game ball.
Not too much consistency when it comes
Ball
to
the left.
the decisions in
Ball to
that
left.
front left corner. I think we had all of them.
Continue, please. 11-10, game ball.
Well, as we talked about, it's in the head. It's not the time.
She's mocking the ref quite a lot, but well, still no
I think
warnings.
If you could read lips, she might be in trouble. But and that's a great drop from Villard. It's a fist
12-10,
pump.
Game to Villard. 2-all.
Just catching my breath after this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's there's a lot of drama here, and now
Still want to go, Mark. Still want to go.
yeah, but Soini's still gesturing to the referee. Hopefully, Karina Timar can go and calm her down because she's got to reset now, come out, and forget about what has gone on because both players have had issues with the referee. It's not been all one way. They've neither of them are particularly happy with a lot of the decisions.
Yeah, and the pressure is just gonna get bigger and bigger
Yeah.
in this last fifth game, which we made our predictions. We'll just see who was right.
Yeah.
Play resume in 60 seconds. Play resume in 30 seconds. Fifteen seconds. On court, please. Time. Two game all. Villard to serve.
Well, strap yourselves in.
All.
We've got a decider in this first semi-final. Big drama.
Yeah, let's just hope to see a lot more squash without the referees starring in the main role.
Yeah, no, I agree. Let's hope that for sure it doesn't affect the outcome. That's a lovely long drop from Villard.
Yes, let. One love. Two love.
Good start from Enora Villard, France.
One of two French women, and then we'll see also two French men in the semis. So
Down. Hand out. 1-2.
the French team the mostly represented in the semifinals.
It's absolutely fantastic serve, but Villard in all sorts of trouble, but she returned it very well. And that's a great target at the back there.
No let. 2-0.
No comments
Tense.
there. No
it's-
comments
it's
from
tense,
either
it's
player.
tense, It's tense. No, I don't think they want the referee involved in this fifth set at all, either of them. As you
And
said,
out.
Villard's hitting at the front
3-2.
hasn't been very good for most of the game, but how ironic it would be if in the fifth set that part of the game starts to click in.
Yeah, it has to. It has to. If she wants to win, she has to do that. And that last drop shot was really soft. Nice cut on it.
Wow.
4-2.
And that wasn't the lob she was looking for. But the rally continues,
Not up.
and Villard is on the floor.
No let. Everything was okay. Court service, please.
Well, was everything okay? Not sure. Yeah. Was a little nudge.
Yeah,
Obviously not intentional, but
no, I think both players seem
Thank
quite
you.
happy with the situation.
well, both players have been on court for about an hour in this match.
Yeah.
So
It's been a long match.
a long match.
3-4. Hand out. Hand out, 3-4.
And there
Maybe
is
the
sti-
longest of the tournament. I mean, the main draw at least so far.
maybe, well,
Or
coming up
close
next,
to it.
coming up next, Marie Stéphane of France. She's had 2 5-setters. I'm not quite sure how long those were, but yeah, she's probably had the most court time of anyone in this competition.
No let. Hand out, 5-3. Go to the ball. You are looking for your opponent. No.
Yeah, I agree with the ref here. Just needs to do a
5-3.
bit more. She's there. The ball is there to play it. Just there was a bit of interference, but she was looking for her opponent.
Yeah, I'm going to sit on the fence on that one. Oh, that's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Court
Yeah.
Great
service,
hands.
I want to say there's no time to reminisce for Soini. She has to, keep hitting winners like that.
Yeah.
One of the juniors from the Hasta Vista club.
Continue,
doing the
please.
honors.
Is he any good?
please. Hand out, 4-5.
Yes. Actually, yes.
Well, I know that when the court's been free, he's been on there hitting balls, taking the opportunity. So, again, it's very consistent, that serve. Well, that's a beautiful shot.
5-0.
And there is literally nothing in it.
Again, you can see how many
Down.
opportunities. How many opportunities
Hand out.
Soini gets
6-5.
just from the side. or from a bad return rather.
Yeah.
But she has to take those. Oh, maybe it's the pressure, maybe she's tired.
Yeah, as you say, been on court over an hour now.
So he also played a five setter yesterday in their quarterfinal.
Wow. Villard apologises. She
7-5.
didn't really play that shot other than the fact she just scraped it off the wall.
Exactly.
But she apologised. But deep down inside, she'll be delighted.
Stroke to
It's going to
Villard.
be a stroke. I think she changed her mind. I think she
8-5.
was going to go for the straight drive and then changed her mind and played, well, in the end it wasn't really a drop. It was neither one nor the other.
Stroke to Soini. Hand out 6-8.
So Villard still with a 2-point advantage at the business end of the last game in this match, our first semi-final. Well, if they're all going to be like this, my friend will be exhausted by the end of it. It's been brilliant. A lot of drama. A lot of good squash. Oh, that's just beautiful, but Villard's got it. Now, can she execute the winner? She can't. Rally continues.
Down.
There's a scream from Villard. She extends her lead.
Hand out
The last one
9-6.
wasn't far away from going in. Would have been lucky, but she would have taken it.
Well, it's the last points of this match. Villard only needs 2 of them.
Hand out 7-9.
I was saying he just needs 2 more, you know. It's still
Just 2
pretty
more.
close.
Yeah. Question is she going to have to earn them? Will any of them be gifted? Or will we see the referee involved once more?
Great
Now
volleyball.
she's in trouble, Soini. And now
And out.
faces
10-7 match ball.
3 match balls for Enora Villard of France to go through to her first final. And the opportunity to become Europe's individual champion 2023. Can she take it on the first one?
Nice land from Soini, but even better from Villard. Is this a chance? Oh, what a way to
Look
finish
at
it.
that.
11-7
What a
game
match.
to
She
Villard.
slams
Match
the
to
back
Villard.
wall.
3
What a
games
treat,
to 2.
Adrian.
Incredible match. This is all
3-11,
we could hope for
11-7,
and more.
9-11, 12-10,
Enora Villard
11-7.
will play in the European final tomorrow, and we'll see the next semi-final in just a couple minutes.
We'll just have to wait for Enora. I think she's gone off to celebrate, and rightly so. An amazing match.
Here she comes. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our first finalist, Enora Villard. Come and talk to me. That was dramatic. You must be delighted to get into the final after that.
Yes, that was such a close match. A lot of calls with the ref. And her game is very tough to handle when you're under pressure. So I'm so happy that I managed to fight until the end and get the win and be in the final for the first time.
Yeah, it's going to be wonderful. And obviously, we don't know who you're playing just yet. Could be a fellow compatriot or maybe Nelly Gillis. But either way, you must be really excited for that match. As you say, your opponent really put you through it there, and it almost seemed that up to 2-all, obviously there was a lot of conversation with the referee, but that wasn't in the equation in that fifth set. It was all about the squash in the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know she likes to attack, and a glass court suits her game very well. She had very good length and lob and drop, so I had to be very careful. I don't really like this kind of squash. That's why it was tough for me, because I couldn't get a rhythm and play my game. But I'm even happier that I got to win with a squash that I don't really like.
Well, I saw you this morning at breakfast. You were eyeing up that chocolate dessert. I think you've earned that now. I think. Did you take one?
Well, I actually chose another one, a bit healthier, but I'm still focused because the tournament is not over, so we'll see tomorrow night if I deserve the chocolate one.
Well, once again, congratulations. Thank you for an amazing match. Let's hear it for Enora Villard. Well done.